See, I said, cut the road and see if I walk and it come out down way Jean Swan. You ready?
Yes, we're ready. Tell me the name of it again. The road.
Cut the road.
Cut.
He was named Skin, but they call him Ossie. Cut the road.
Cut the road. Now, is this the one where he cut the road because he wanted to get to his girlfriend's house or something? Then you just know it as Ossie cut the road.
Yeah, I don't know anything more about it.
Mr. Radley, can you just give me a chance here? I want to make sure that what we're hearing is correct.
Charming young girl, rise and open the door is the song. Arise and open the door. Open the door, my charming young girl, arise and open the door. So since you pretend that you love me so dear, arise and open the door. And this one is under the coconut tree. under the coconut tree.
And you don't know the origin of these songs? You just learned them as a
Yes,
child?
all I know, I heard them from the old-time fiddlers such as old man Cashman McCoy and Reed Green. The old man Reed Green used to live down at Fine Sound, but he used to come to East End to play. And also, well, there was other old fiddlers in the island, but these were the two that I really learned the songs from.
And how did you learn to play the fiddle?
Well, I fight and an old gentleman where he used to live right up behind the United Church there, that home there, named Selby Radley. He made me one out of birch wood, a fiddle out of birch wood, and that's when I get the sisal, beat the sisal, and take the hairs out of the sisal and made both.
Wow.
And I get the rosin out of manganese. Manganese rosin. And that's then I started.
Are you left-handed?
And I'm left-handed.
Because I'm left-handed, but I play the guitar right-handed. That's the
Me
only thing
too.
I do right-handed.
I can play a little guitar, but I played right-handed, but I couldn't handle the bow right-handed to play the fiddle. You want another one?
Sure. Please, without a doubt.
All right, I'm going to play you an old-time polka.
Oh, by the way, what was the first song you played? The one that was a hussy?
Aussie.
That is
Aussie. Okay.
Aussie cut the road.
Cut the road.
That's what they
of
call the old-time mento.
Mento? Okay, so that's kind of the Mentos, like from Jamaica, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Some of the old people used to call it shake, and some call it mento.
Oh, sure.
And now this will be what they call the jumping polka.
Radley, were any of your own parents or grandparents musicians?
Well, no. But I had some old granduncles and all like that used to play. An old gentleman used to live right up there in that old home you see up there on the cliff by the name of Swanee Jackson. He was my granduncle. He used to play a fiddle. And one that used to live down that lower end of the bay by the name of Simpson Jackson, which is the same Will Jackson's grandfather. He used to play the fiddle as well. And what happened is that they and my grandmother was sister and brother. So I started to adopt the principles from them. And then when it was me and other cousins of mine that liked it, and we got together, then we used to play, and when we were going to school, we used to go up to the old man Cashman McCoy used to live at the home just the side of the town hall up here in East End. That was his property right there where he used to live. And we used to go to the school right there on the other side of the road where the town hall is, where the old school room used to be. Almost school room. So when we come out of school now, he and I was a fellow by a second cousin of mine by the name of Laura McLaughlin. We used to go up Mr. Cashman's place, and we used to call him our cashier. We would go up on cashier place, and we would buy a leaf of tobacco and pay him to play songs for us. And that we learned a lot of old songs from him.
Tell us a little about your name, because that's not the most common of Cayman.
Well, my name is Gourzong. My second surname is Gourzong, and that is French. And my great grandfather then were living in Haiti, and my grandfather, Emmanuel Gourzong, went to Jamaica and lived in Montego Bay, where he married there, and that's where my father came from. My father then came to this. My mother was working in Cayman Brack, and my father went to Cayman Brack, was working there because he had an uncle that lived there. And he met my mother there, and he met God below, and eventually came to Cayman and married her. So we are the only Gourzong family through that. Well, I have relatives, the Myries. It was Myrie and a bunch of them, if you ever have to know them, we are relatives again because my grandmother by my father's side and it was Myrie father was his stepmother.
You have relatives in Costa Rica?
It is possible because, yes, I think so, Charles Gourzong, when Jamaica went independent, he came across here and I met him, and he went to Jamaica. Those days, the Costa Rican blacks used to fly in the Grand Cayman. And I'm supposed to have some relative or another in Honduras too, but I don't know them. But in Jamaica, I met Avril Gourzong, Carol Gourzong, and Lloyd Gourzong. But I never met Adria. But I never met Leslie. Leslie, I heard that he went to the States. He was over in the States.
Any others of them musicians?
Not a thing.
So you think the music came to you through the Jackson side rather than the Gourzong
Yes.
side?
I never heard of any of the Gourzong being musicians. All right.
Mr. Radley, sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
How long ago did the Gourzong side come from Haiti?
Well, that was my father came to Cayman and married my mother. That was somewhere around in 1910, something around that level.
But was your father born in Jamaica? Or was he born in Haiti?
No, he was born in Jamaica. He was born in Montego Bay.
So then, if he was, say he was 21 at that time, his parents must have come in the late 1800s.
Well,
Probably from
probably
Haiti.
so. But it was several. The old man, Stanley Emmanuel Gourzong, that went to Jamaica, and my father was named Stanley after his father. But he was named Stanley Emmanuel Gourzong as well. He was like a junior. That went to Jamaica and married there. And so I would say I have a bit of Jamaican relation as well as French. This is another one. Abigail Mobile.
What is that?
Abigail Mobile. Abigail Mobile. To bring the flower and call me.
There are no lyrics to any of these songs?
Yeah, I be gone mobile. See, I be gone mobile, my mother bring the flour and cornmeal.
Mr. Gourzong, how did the older violin get revived?
Well, in the days when we used to, that our trading, I would say, was in Jamaica and Tampa, Florida. And sometime you could buy the English violin in Jamaica or a German violin in Jamaica, the Stradivarius, and or in the States. But in the States, you usually would get the standard violin or the Stradivarius. I think she's a standard.
How old is that fiddle?
She's about.
And is that a mental also, or is that, what would you
That's
call it?
mental,
That's
see,
mental.
In Georgetown and about there, they made them, but they never sold them to anybody.
Just made for their own use.
Yes.
And the birch, was it
Yeah, the
just
birch.
birch?
Yeah, the birch
Only
tree,
birch
yeah,
they make
yeah,
it
yeah.
from.
There's an old song that has been made by one of our Caymanian that I know from Georgetown, and it's a song that the title is called Beef in the Cane Piece.
I have the words.
Oh,
of that.
yes.
And beef in the cane piece sharp me boot tonight.
Is there a story to that one, Mr.?
Well, it was, what I heard when about it was a cow that died in somewhere where Cane Piece, where the land that they call Cane Piece, used to call Cane Piece, is all that property that is up there by, from where the immigration officers go on out to the hospital and all out that. That was Cane Piece land. And they used to have cattle and all out there. And some cattle died up in there now in the farm that I got damaged. And before it get to the spoil, they come out and they got knives and things that up in there and butcher. Sharp your butcher knife. And then, well, I know you all must get the one months ago in the south.
But I'd love to hear how you played this.
Yeah.
Radley, please.
About the sound. When you hear about blue squaw's head all around. Then it is an old one again from West Bay. It's titled Roland, the Village Bell is the title of it.
That was
a boat, the Village Bell. Say the Village Bell was launched in May and the Georgetown darkies went down so gay. And they roll them in the whole parts in the camp, they roll them on whole parts in the camp. Say the wind did blew and the coyotes flew and the niggers they hustle from bottom and new and they roll them on the whole part in the camp, they roll them on the whole part in the camp. Say, say, old Baccarat must have been running like the devil and he never heard, all you could hear was the screeching of his brand new saddle and roll him on the whole part in the cap. The old Baccarat must have had on a frown when he never heard the gun till he got Georgetown. Roll him on the whole part in the cap. Say, oh, you know it must have been a roll, they throw courage in Bob's nose hole and they roll him on the whole part in the cap, they roll him on the whole part in the cap. Now I can give you the music for it.
Now that was in the days when there was rivalry between the West Bay men and
Yeah.
the Georgetown.
What was that called again?
That was the Village Bell.
The Village Bell.
It was a schooner, you know, up in Bottomano, launching out in the North Sound. And now, when they used to have boat launch, oh, that was a big time. So now they had this boat launch down down in Bottomano there, and Georgetowners went down. But the Georgetowners and the West Bay never used to live so good. They used to fight like the Dickens. And now the West Bay said they only, when the Georgetowners come to, when the West Bayers go to Georgetown, they used to problem was been treated with impunity or something like, and they were now the West Bay, the Georgetown was gone, West Bay, and they decided now they got coverage them. Put coverage on them, and now I know what they had.
So when it says roll them on the whole pod, that means the whole cowage pod.
Yeah.
And something
So
in the camp?
Yeah, in the camp, you see they had awnings now over around the place there, and they go in nowhere, they would stand up and all like that. Somebody go and push them down on it or something like that.
And roll them around.
Yeah, roll them, yeah. But you know, roll them on it.
What year was that, Mr.?
Oh,
What year was that, Mr. Radley?
well, I couldn't tell you what year that was. That was way back in the old days.
That's before your time.
Long before my time.
Ah, so that's one of those that you learned from the old folks.
Yeah, old folks.
Mhm.
Yeah. You know, down in the north part of Georgetown, North Church Street, down by somewhere around in the vicinity around the 340s, down that way, was where they used to meet up and fight from 7 o'clock in the morning till 4 o'clock in the evening, you know, see who could beat who.
Around the Forties gas station
Down
there,
in
or
that
the
vicinity.
cemetery.
Yeah.
Well, they were convenient, they were close to the cemetery.
Yeah, we only had to push them across. Yes.
How did they launch the boats?
Well, they put an anchor out in the sea, and they had the cables from out there, which would been usually manila ropes or thatch rope. They would double them up, about 4 thatch ropes there in one, and they put that out there. Then they had the block and tackles, and people would go and help them launch them, and they would be on rollers. They would get the thatch palm rollers and put them there to roll them into the sea.
And what, did they have music, dancing,
Oh
or
yeah,
anything like that?
usually then they used to be the old violin players or accordion players, and they drum and so on. They would be playing music while the boat launched. And when she hit in the water, they would fire a gun to mark the time when she hit in the water, and they would always bust a bottle of liquor on her stone. That was customary.
Was there a particular song, Mr. Radley, that they sang for the launching? Something about Louisiana or something? Old Captain Carl Bush was trying to remember that song for me. You just come over the mountain or something.
I don't remember
You
that.
don't remember that one. Maybe that was
Yes.
before your time too.
Yeah, and but I know in the time the last boat, one of the boats that was launched here in my time, she was named the Marika, and she was built right there in the vicinity of where the diving lodge is down there.
Was that one of the Connollys built that?
And yeah, she was belonged to Mr. Austin Carlin and Austin Carlin, them up there. And Mr. Julius Rankin, who is Mr. Roosevelt Rankin, father. I don't know if you know Roosevelt Rankin.
Yes, I do.
And he had Julius had a brother by the name of David, and he was a violin player. And I never forget the day when they launched the Marika up there, that the one boat towed her up, one motorboat towed her up through the sound, going up there. And I think I hear him playing one old song that I always remember. It said, Dr. Sheffner stole my rosebud.
Can you play it for us, Mr. Radley?
Yeah.
Thank you.
See, I had to find out what you're crying for, I had to find out what you're crying for, Dr. Sheffner stole my rosebud. Like a chef not stone or Roosevelt. And there's another old song, but this is from the Barton Town side of the East End. Barton Town, say, kick him out the door is the title of it, kick him out the door.
Does that have a story?
Yeah? Say, well, it say, you see my sister Sarah Jane, you can tell her that I come again. If you see my sister Sarah Jane, you can tell her that I come again, try to kick me out the door. Will Jim Wheeler kick me out the door?
That's good. So you don't know who old Jim Wheeler was and why he kicked this
No,
poor person out
no.
the door?
All it was, all I nobody that hear the whole time on cashing and reading them playing it when they played the dance. Yeah. Then it was one for breakers. The title of that was Bigfoot Man Who Live in Breakers.
Was Bigfoot sort of an insulting thing to call somebody?
Well, I don't know whether he was because his foot was really big. And the part with it, he was my uncle-in-law.
Oh.
Say Bigfoot Man Who Live in Breakers. He was named Ebenezer. He was tall but not so very thin, and aerosol and Breakers knows him. And then we had a lot of old mentors from Jamaica, as well as such as this one, Sly Mongoose.
Mhm.
You know, Sly Mongoose. just went into bed, was kitchen to go one out, stole one out, he right just chicken, put it in the biscuit pocket, slime mangoes.
You had a pretty part in the middle there, Mr. Radley.
Yeah?
You had a pretty part in the middle.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then we had from Jamaica, again we used to have here Solas Market, carry our gas to Solas Market. The Lynn State Market rather. The other one, another one, come back Liza.
That's so pretty.
That's another Jamaica mento.
How did you learn those songs, Mr. Radley?
Well, you know, in the days when the old the boats were Cayman was sailing between Cayman and Jamaica, and those sailors and everybody go up there and they learn them songs, they come back home and they sing them, and then the violin players would get hold of them. and we used to get these Colombian records that they used to be on it. Them songs, all Sly Mongoose and the same one, Come Back Liza, Come Back Dear, and like Give Me Back My Shilling with My Lion on it,
Oh,
with
yes.
the lion on it, and Iron Bar, and Cornell Manuel Road for Broke Rock Stone Girl and Why. All them songs they used to have on the old time record.
Did the people in East End enjoy dancing to
Oh
those tunes?
yes, they used to have those songs, and by getting the records from Jamaica, and playing them on the old gramophone. Then the air bottle on it, and they played both by accordion and violin.
Anybody around that still plays the accordion, Mr. Radley?
Well, there was an old guy big fella down around my age, down in Georgetown by the name of Weaver Green. He was a good accordionist, and but these days nobody have a bother with it. You never hear nobody playing accordion. But down Georgetown, where especially, and north side were most of the places where people usually play the accordion.
When they play the accordion, were they using the button accordion or they have
No,
both of the keys?
the one that they pump like that.
Yeah, but did
With
they
the
have
keys.
buttons or they
Yeah.
had the regular keys on them like a piano?
Yeah.
Okay.
The only
Okay.
person I've seen playing an accordion around here is Paula Conley from Cayman Bank.
Yeah.
But you know, she's young and she plays hymns and things at the church.
And in Cayman Brack, you
Yeah,
got people up there play accordion too.
Yeah, I know she's the only one I've seen here on the island. And Brian
When I went up there in year before last, Heritage Day, I seen an old gentleman playing accordion.
Do you recall who that was?
No, I really didn't know who he was. Who he
It
was.
would be interesting to find out about him. You say he was an elderly gentleman?
Yeah. They got a guy up there, they called him Sunky.
What's his name?
They called him Sunky.
Sunky.
He's a Christian. His surname is Christian. I try to remember one certain one. I can't remember what it
It'll come to you, Mr. Radley, when you're least expecting it.
Yeah, sometime, yeah.
In the middle of the night, you remember.
And this is one of the old Jamaican songs again too, Cut Me No.
Oh, yeah.
What's that?
Cut Me No.
Cut me new.
Cut Me No. Why Cut Me No?
Mr. Radley, when you put up a song, sometimes it's hard to even hear the melody. Is that your style or is
Yes.
it what you learned from
No, that's my style.
That's your style. So each fiddler had their own way.
Yeah, that little part there, I put that on. Because I've summoned most of them I play for my dance tune, I go and dance.
when you used to play on the key, when you went out
Yes.
to sea, were there other types of songs you played, or did you play these same
These same
jazz
old,
songs?
yeah, same thing. Now, I'm going to play you one song, but I don't know the title of it. But it's an old song. All I know for that was an old time swing waltz. Swing waltz. I think it's sort of English, you know, or something, Scots, something like that.
It sounds familiar, but I couldn't say what it is. Sounds good.
If those double stops, you can hear the Scottish in it.
Yeah.
Almost like bagpipes.
Yes, right.
Texas.
Another one now. This one is this title of it is Jim Couldn't Catch You. Jim Couldn't Catch You. But that is an East End song too. made here in East End by the old time people. Jim Couldn't Catch You. Say, the words of it say, Jim couldn't catch you out of hell, Jim couldn't catch you, Jim couldn't catch you out of hell, he could have down out in Dixon. Captain Dixon say you didn't cut out here, you must have cut out down. Ben say you didn't cut out here, you must have cut out up Captain Dixon.
So those songs, then a song like that was sung.
Yeah, there was song, there was an old time song that
Yes,
played.
people did sing them.
Then another one, one is Lucy beat Matilda and her daughter. Lucy beat Matilda and her daughter. Say, buzzer, buzzer to the bee, Lucy beat them all by the tree. Buzzer, buzzer to the slaughter, Lucy beat Matilda and her daughter. Lucy walked for a while, then she drank untied the good oil. Lucy walked all the street, then she eat untied the good meat. Buzzer, buzzer to the bee, Lucy beat them all by the tree. Buzzer, buzzer to the slaughter, Lucy beat Matilda and her daughter.
Mr. Radley, the tape went off in the middle of that. Would you mind playing it again as soon as I get the new one in? Just let me get
Lose
this
that one,
in.
Mr. Buzzer, buzzer to the slaughter, Lucy beat Matilda and her daughter.
We don't know why she beat her though, do we?
I don't know. They must attack her somehow.
That's an East End one again, is it?
And then, I'll give you one. This is about my own father. See, old Lucy don't tell on me that Stanley come out now the room.
Ella hear that one?
She did. I mean, say Stanley Gourzong, what you went there for? He said, I went for one peppermint mango. Say, do chura, don't tell on me that Stanley come in my other room. Come in my other room. See, Stanley Gourzong said, I wouldn't care if it damn so long, Ella Gourzong don't hear the yarn. Oh, chura, don't you tell me that Stanley come in my other room. Girlfriend.
That's a little, that one's kind of risky, isn't it?
Yeah. And how he might know nothing about the guy, he might be dead by now. Because he leave us before I can remember him.
So was this song made up after he left you, or?
No, I made up right there while he was here in Cayman.
Oh, one of the older men made it up.
Then I can play you now one of the old songs was made here by an old gentleman. He was a faraway relative of mine too. He used to live right out there by he's Miss Olivine Welcome brother, but he's dead now. He's named William Jackson. And he made this one, the Hawksville song.
Oh.
Calvert and Garamond went Bluff Bay. They caught one Hawksville, so they say, but old Black Cat went and took it away. Lord, what a misery. Wherever I see Bunny, people will be sorry to see the graveyard for Bunny and the gallows for me. See, Alicia said that old Black Cat, I hope to my God it'll make him fat. But Tina say, I'll cut my throat if Uncle Henry don't take the case to court. Lord, what a misery. Wherever I see Bunny, people will be sorry to see the graveyard for Bunny and the gallows for me. See, Coriel, she was sucking bone. And I say, you wouldn't give me none. Black Cat break his piece of spoon, digging out that Hawksville backbone. Lord, what a misery. Wherever I catch Bunny, people will be sorry to see the graveyard for Bunny and the gallows for me. Garamond say, if he don't give me some, I'm going to drink on Movila Bay rum. Then I'm going to get out on the spree and I'm going to keep old Bunny right in tree. Lord, what a misery. Wherever I see Bunny, people will be sorry to see the graveyard for Bunny and the gallows for me.
So what did they do that they were going to get the gallows?
Well, the story is that Calvert and Garamond was two fishermen. So they went to Bluff Bay, where it was better weather than was round here. I think the wind was out south and it was better round here than was smooth. So they used to use trap nets them days, and they catch a Hawksville. But Darnell Dixon, who they used to call Black Cat, he had turtle net set around there, and he cleaned it. He saw where, he found where turtle had been tangled in his net and was gone, so he judged them, saying it was them who took the turtle and net, so he took it away from them.
Oh, I see.
He took it from them. So it caused a lot of controversy. Anyway, this old man, William Jackson, made up the song on it.
They were quite clever, those
Yes.
people making up those lyrics.
Yes, man.
Was this quite common that anything happened, they would write a song about
Oh
it?
yes, oh yes, oh
It was
yes.
a way of spreading the news almost.
Yeah. Oh yes. And I mean that when they make up these songs, they would play them out publicly, and you couldn't do nothing about it.
Like the old minstrel
How to take it?
would make up songs and about topical subjects and then
Yes.
sing them. That's basically what they were doing.
Yeah. And there has been a lot of old songs being made up here in the Cayman Islands. That I've heard them, but I don't remember them anymore.
So how does the tune of that Hawksville one go, Mr. Radley?
there's another one, old song that was made up about a drum a while that was picked up in Bluff Bay by some people. And one man, the man had it, the man that picked it up had it put it up in the grave, secret, you know, for till time he could get it home. And another man went there and he took it and buried it that he couldn't find it. So, no, they say it might molest, that's what it didn't put down. So, they made up a song of that too. So they say the song was say, so Captain Dixon, you was a hard man, you buried that drum in Block Bay white sand. What a shame and what a disgrace. What a shame and what a disgrace.
Can you play that one for us, Mr.?
What's that called again?
Captain Dixon.
What a shame and what a disgrace.
What a shame, what a disgrace.
Bury the drum in Block Bay
White sand.
sand.
Now, when they made up these songs, Mr. Radley, were they making up new tunes as well as words, or just putting the words to old tunes?
No, they were, well, when they sang them, because he know the song that I know, whatever that have that same tune. And most of this, all these songs, I hear no other songs with it. The only thing now in these days, the takes are some of the old time song music and make it into something else.
But each one, when they make up the tune and they make up the word.
Mr. Radley, you ended that one differently. Any reason? No, just trying to end it.
Style.
It was interesting.
There was a lot of minor,
Yeah.
notes.
Then, and this is one, Miss Caroline, you think I'm a fool all the time.
Mr. Radley, was there ever a time where all the fiddlers got together and had a fiddling contest or
No.
just a get together?
No. The only times that any fiddle would been say like Christmas time. That in the days when Christmas Day wasn't on Sunday or Saturday, we used to have all-day dance. And the two fiddlers that used to usually be here for East End outcoming, which was the old man Ray Green. He used to live Frank Sound, but he used to walk up here, come to East End, and the old man catch him with the car. One would play, like say, from in the morning or from 12 o'clock till 6 o'clock in the evening, then the other one would play until not till what time, until, because sometimes it would go on way down in there in the morning. That's usually how it would be.
Or any of the, sorry, please go
And they used to have, well, 2, 3 and 4 drummers that would go and assist. I would take out from you and then having the big Christmas Day dance. And that was a big thing
That would be here in this district.
in this district.
And then Bodentown would have
Yeah,
theirs.
Bodentown would have theirs almost the same way. Here all over the island that probably would be. But later years then they cut out and wouldn't allow you to have dance on Christmas Day and all that like that for one reason I don't know.
Are there any young people learning to play
The fiddle?
your style? Yes.
No, not one. I even offer them. Ask them if they come. I would charge them, but a very little fee. It would only been much to help me out with my expenses, like buying strings and all like that. They would buy their own violin and come. That would have been different and all that. Not the rest of it. Yeah.
Maybe a school could find 1 or 2 that you don't
They have those now that are interested in playing don't want to play it by ear again. They rather play it by notes. I know this Vincent Rose's son.
Yes, he plays the violin.
He plays the violin, but he played by note. And the Barnett's them down there from West Bay, they usually play it all and mostly they teach it by note. And don't teach it by ear at all. And it's just as easy to learn by ear as it is by notes. Because you sort of use the same method, the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, to get the music. And then you touch such and such music as you start, and the person, whoever there, you tell them, well, if you're starting the song on the 3rd string, with whatever finger, you'll tell them, well, put your finger on that string and draw the note. And when you come into the next one, you do the same until you get them to play the chorus.
So Mr. Radley, one of the most famous methods of teaching violin now starts off teaching them by ear. The Suzuki method is used in Japan, Europe, America, yes sir, all over. They don't teach the children by notes first, and they just gradually pick up how to read.
Yeah, well, you see, when we were going to school, when I was going to school, we used to have a lot of songs singing in school. And we had to start the songs by using do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, and then whatever tune out that suited the song, we pick it up and we sing it that way.
That's how Mr. Allen taught you to sing. But he seemed to be the only teacher who did that, though.
Well, Mr. Allen, he was a great teacher. He and Miss Phoebe Spence.
Yes.
And they were great teachers. And in those days, they used to call them pupil teachers. And Miss Phoebe was a pupil teacher. Mr. Allen to learn that solfa note before you could sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
But I don't think in the other schools they did that. I know that
I believe about
the other people in East End have told me about every morning and doing this do re mi business. Yeah.
You had to learn it.
But he expected you just come as you do that method. Pity.
Yeah. And back.
They wouldn't be able to play like you, Mr. Radley, but at least they would be able to hold on to some of the old music.
And this one, it was the old song we used to have. Oh, I wish I had someone to love me.
Oh, yes.
That's great.
That'll catch that from country.
Yeah.
Shave and a haircut, 6-bit.
The old prisoner's song.
Yes,
The country
Somebody
favorite.
love me with a great speckled bird.
Would you like to hear one of the songs that I played on the Grand Ole Opry?
Sure.
Yes.
This is, the title of that is The Battle of New Orleans.
Oh.
Uh-huh. You know there's 10 verses to that song?
Yeah.
Yeah, Johnny Horton did 5 verses when he had the hit,
but
but there were 10 verses.
Yeah.
Jimmy Driftwood wrote 10 verses to it. Yeah.
Fire
I
And,
got the lyrics at home.
Yeah.
And you know, he got the tune. He didn't write the tune. The tune is taken from an old fiddle tune called the 8th of January. And why the 8th of January? Because the Battle of New Orleans took place on the 8th of January, 1815.
Yeah.
Right.
After
And
the war was over.
Right, after the war is over. That's right.
Yeah.
They didn't know the war had ended, and they were still fighting it. So it's really not even an official war.
Yeah.
They didn't get the news. Maybe they weren't listening to the radio. Huh?
Probably not.
And the next song that I played on the Grand Ole Opry was the Tennessee Waltz. Yeah,
first ones.
but if you put it on this side, it's for the right hand player. But I changed it round and I got it on the left because I play with my left hand.
Yeah.
But usually it's the other way.
Yes. So you really had to teach yourself how to.
Oh yes. And I had a lot of opposition because some of those that could afford to buy violin and wouldn't lend me their violin.
So they wouldn't let you restring
Because
it.
you were.
I would have to use it, turn it around, and they did more afraid I'd break up their string, setting it and all that. But I wouldn't give up. I went on until I started, and then after a while then I get to the place I used to go in the night. With those days we used to, when Christmas coming, we used to march. Have serenade, we would call it, from just a little after the sunset or get dark until all 10, 11 o'clock in the night. Up and down the street from the lower end of the bay up to the Garland Bluff up by the lighthouse there and all. Some nights we would even go Gun Day, marching.
You really love it.
After that then, you know, that's where I get a lot of practice.
Mm-hmm.
When you march, you stop at places.
Yeah, we stop rest places and play.
What you used to call that, Mr. Radley?
Well, the old people used to call it march. Yeah, doing march, going marching.
Yeah. Can you lend me the violin a minute, Mr. I'll take good care of it. Yes.
But you,
For me,
yeah.
that would be beyond the size.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, D&G.
So it's tuned like a guitar then, E, A, D, G? I don't know.
No. It's in
If we blend together, but
E, B, G, D, A, E. E, B, G,
A,
D,
E,
A, E.
is the
Okay.
A string, E string is first, A is second, D is third, and G is fourth.
Yes.
What is guitar tuning?
think from the G,
Uh-huh.
G,
Yes.
D, A, E, which is all fifths.
Right.
Whereas with the guitar, some are fourths and some are thirds.
You got first, second,
E,
third,
A,
fourth,
D.
fifth, sixth.
A, G, G, B, E.
B,
Yeah,
G
yeah.
to B is the third,
Yeah.
and then you get E to the fourth.
Yeah. A, D, G, B, E is a guitar. Yeah.
If you think of the violin the other way around, it comes to fourths.
Okay.
You got, well, you only got a four string. But, I saw, some time ago, I saw on a movie where a man had a violin fixed up with 6 strings. With,
Is that so?
With 8 strings.
Ah.
I would, but he never played it. He just would say that it was a display. He had fixed it up to play, but he never played. That's how I on the movie. I'd like to hear that, how he played. Because the 12-string guitar sounds good.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's an 8-string
He
violin.
put it in
Like a mandolin.
Like a mandolin.
Yeah, like a mandolin.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like a bow. Yeah.
Because like the Hardanger fiddle that they use in Scandinavia,
Yeah.
it has 4 sympathetic strings. It has 8 strings.
Oh,
but
that
the
may be
4
really-
strings vibrate in sympathy with the top one.
Like a
So
12-string guitar, same
Yeah.
principle as a
That's
12-string
right.
guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Ah,
you
that's why.
actually
it was.
play the 4. Sure.
Yeah, I've seen it on the TV some time ago, but I didn't know, not the first time I'd seen it, I didn't know what was the meaning of it.
I've seen one of those at the Bluegrass Parlor in Tampa. Back I heard it being played.
The devil's dream.
Devil's
The
dream.
devil's dream. But I don't know when he dreamed. I couldn't hear. I wonder if he was snoring. Yeah, look in now. Down in the bottom door here. Right in the corner. First figure.
That's the first figure. Okay. Does it have
Second,
a special name?
Huh?
Does
No,
it, no,
other
just
name.
called first figure.
Yeah, first figure.
Okay.
And the second figure. That's the second figure.
So they danced each of them differently.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the third figure is Mockingbird. Third figure gone. Fourth figure. And then, that's the fourth figure gone. The fifth figure, Nelly Gray. Gray. And then they're all closed. That's the quadrille whole thing.
What's the name of the last one?
Well, they call that the close up the sweetening. But the song is a minto.
The song is a mental.
Yeah.
And were those the 6 figures that were played when you were a boy? The same
Yeah,
6
same,
figures?
same.
Always the same. Did they play different figures, different tunes in other districts for the quadrille?
I believe they did. I think the second figure and the third figure, I think it was, they played different. I think third figure they played it.
They're all left behind me. Civil War too.
Yeah. But one other one they used to play too for the second figure, but I don't remember that right now. That'd be a long time I never played it.
Interesting.
Would they dance it the same in the
Oh
other
yeah,
districts?
oh yeah.
It's interesting to notice that, two those tunes we had, Dixie and Nellie Gray, which was with my Stephen Foster.
Mr. Radley, could you help us by telling us what the different dances they use for the different figures, please?
Well, no, really. The dance that they use is more of a polka type of a, polka step. But exactly what the different dance for the different figures is coming, I really don't know.
Thank you, sir.
But yeah, ain't going wrong.
You're waiting on me, are you?
No.
Yeah. Then the whole
Excuse me.
yes.
I'm going to take
Yeah, okay. With the whole people, after they have the quadrille, they used to mostly have a polka and a waltz after. And that polka that I played, and under the coconut tree, or Arise, My Charming Young Girl was usually one of the two or of the waltzes that they would play after the quadrille. It used to be real nice, and then anytime the old days when the old people would dance quadrille, everybody used to get out to go up the schoolhouse or town hall about it to see them dance, because those days it was all Mr. Allen McLaughlin and Mr. Herman Carley from that is Frank Conley's daddy, and from Collier's, and then it was Mr. Dolan McLaughlin. Mr. Dolan McLaughlin, he used to be Mr. McDonald McLean, which was Johnny, we call him. I don't know if you know him.
The MLA?
Benjamin McLean. He works for, I think he still works for CUC. Not CUC, MRCU. And Tyler McLaughlin, we used to live down the lower end of the district. And then it was quite a lot of the old ladies that used to dance. It was this woman out here, all of the welcome mother at that land, and it was Aunt Marcerita. This is man right up here, his mother. And then it was this is Zola Forbes and Nemo. It was plenty of them up here. But you imagine when it is what some people used to call it, Henry, you was 4 women, 4 men. And sometimes it would be a different crowd to different times when they had the quadrille. Different crowd. But I mean, they weren't against each other to go and do it. Because if you go there and say, well, can you go dance the quadrille tonight? Say, well, no, I can't make her feel sick or this and that. Well, we're going to look for another person. But I could always find somebody to put in the place of another person. And I was trying to organize it in East End that way too, but they get begrudgeful against each other, because sometimes this one would say, well, if you're going north side and they want it north side, I would like to go. And some of them get up mad about it, and so when you call them, then they ain't going, go look for them that you carried last time and all that junk. That it just, the older crowd that used to dance at Gerald, Rankin and a bunch of them, it just went a little being like that through that same nonsense.
What about when you had the plat pole out here in East End, Mr. Radley? Did you have special music for the plat
Well,
pole?
that's like the same mentor was what we played for the platform.
Whichever mentor tune you felt like
Yeah,
playing.
yeah. And they keep that up pretty good. It's all like this woman up here called Cooney,
Yes.
Florence McLaughlin,
Yes.
and Bonisha Watler, and this lady right here, Yuli, where she was Hamilton, I think her last surname was. And this woman way out here, I don't think she can handle it these days. Brooklyn and all that. It was quite a lot of them. Plenty of platform players.
They do it at the school now, do they?
I know one thing that does it. I usually do it privately
Oh, that's right.
up at the function up here. That does